On June 15th, President Shavkat Mirziyoyev convened a video conference on further measures for development of vocational training centers and improvement of monocenters. This year, graduates of schools and secondary specialized education institutions will enter the labor market. Over 400,000 and 150,000 young people, respectively. The question of their professional orientation and employment is acute. However, the system of 330 vocational schools, 173 colleges, and 207 technical schools is not producing the expected results. Their capacities are used only by 50%. Monocenters, Ishka Marhamat, cover only 10% of the unemployed population. Curricula in many colleges and technical schools are outdated. There are not enough professional textbooks and literature. The employers are forced to retain workers. In this regard, the meeting decided to introduce a new system of adapting vocational education to modern requirements. Thus, 45 colleges will be transferred to the system of the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations with the creation of monocenters on their basis. The Ministry of Higher and Secondary Specialized Education will be responsible for the management and methodological support of vocational schools and technical schools. Councils for vocational education chaired by Hakims will be formed in each region, district, and city. The councils will include heads of state departments, banks, the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, rectors, and take into account the specific of the region's economy, heads of industrial, agricultural, construction, and service enterprises. The meeting noted positive experience in this direction too. For example, in over 57 institutions of vocational education, based on the experience of Germany, a dual form of education has been introduced. In the system of preschool education, this starts to give the results. Students of pedagogical colleges receive theoretical knowledge for 2 days, and the rest of the days they work in kindergartens and receive a salary. Another positive example, in the Energy College of the city of Shirin, Sirdarya region, by the order of Saudi company Aqua Power, training of young people in such professions as a technician, operator, and manager of alternative energy stations has begun. To do this, the company built a state-of-the-art workshop, laboratory, and dormitory at the college for $2.8 million. The Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations was instructed to organize training in modern professions and foreign languages in newly created monocenters, and to attract specialists from Turkey, South Korea, Germany, India, and Japan. A number of benefits have been announced to increase the share of the private sector in the field of vocational training. Thus, the requirements for obtaining a license by private professionals education organizations will be eased, and the minimum license amount will be reduced by 2 times. They will be able to take vacant buildings on long-term base. Textbooks and equipment imported from abroad will be exempted from duties. Low-income youth will also be reimbursed 30% of the tuition fee.